What's going on, YouTube? Excuse the noise in the background. Back at you once again with another video. Please excuse the noise in the background. Can't avoid it right now. Share the video, subscribe to the channel before anything. Like the content, share a like, do all that good stuff. Leave a comment, tell a friend to tell a friend. So we're gonna get right into it real quick. In the United States, there's talks right now, in the government where the people are trying to decide about this next stimulus round of checks that people are supposed to receive. No one knows stimulus check qualifications. Will you get the new $1,200 payment? What you need to know. Congressional Republicans and Democrats are far apart on many of the deals of the next stimulus package, but they do agree on one thing. Both parties want to send you a second stimulus payment for up to $1,200 per person, but that doesn't automatically mean you qualify for the full amount or any at all. Okay, the information, like right now, it's just not really saying much, and I'm not trying to dupe the viewers, right? I'm not trying to waste your time. What I'm trying to say is sharing information. Knowledge is power. When you have certain information in your cadre or portfolio, right, and you use it, it can basically help change your life. And I never give financial advice. But what I'm talking about is right now, cryptocurrency, the market is doing fairly well. I mean, you're talking about a space where you can have your own access directly with your own monies, okay? With your own monies. And if you exercise a certain level of patience, of discipline, you have some type of working strategy. Imagine you don't have to wait for government officials or leaders or whomever who, are supposed to be in charge of making decisions in this country. You don't have to wait for them to decide on what they're going to do on the next stimulus check, because you actually took control of the reins of your own destiny. You understand? You took the reins of your own destiny by saying, you know what, I'm going to do for me. I'm going to get involved with something that's going to help further my independence or create some type of freedom to allow me to live life, to allow me to have some type of control, to allow me not to be able to, or not be in a position where I have to constantly depend on some type of entity to keep me afloat. And that's what right now it's all about. It's all about finding ways to be able to continue, sustain yourself without having to depend on a larger institution to get you up out of the water. Should, God forbid, you end up in a situation that's unfortunate and you're drowning in debt. Like this, let's just be for real here. Let's keep it honest, let's keep it clear, let's keep it clean. No confusion. People are in debt, people are struggling right now. And I'm talking to the people who are at the bottom. Who are looking for a way up. Not just out, but a way up, out and up from their situation. Right? If you have nothing right now, it's not wise to just jump in crypto, right? Because you don't have anything to jump into crypto with. You have nothing. If you have crazy debt, it may not be wise to jump into something like cryptocurrency. I'm just sharing this information to just say one more time, Crypto is almost like the last resort. Crypto is the last resort, in my opinion, of what's available out here to really have an opportunity to really give people a chance to really have some level of extra freedom, or freedom period, no extra anything. Because if you have debt, you're still enslaved until you pay that debt off, right? And see, if you still have to work to help somebody else get rich, and you keep coming back for your pittance, your bi-weekly or weekly allowance of a paycheck, you're enslaving to that type of job. You're enslaving to that type of occupation. If you love what you do, then it's not necessarily work anymore, right? If you love what you do and you're getting paid for it, it's not work, right? So God bless you. You're fortunate, you're lucky. But those who are just toiling and basically getting by can't say that. And those who have no jobs, who were let go, they're just struggling. They're wondering what's going on. You know, when you go back to your employer, in some cases, people, the talk is jobs and employers and companies are going to go through so many different types of changes where it can affect not only their daily operations, but how you even get paid and what you're expected to do as a worker, due to the effects of all this stuff going on with the crisis, the medical crisis, and the economic turmoil that's taking place. To give you an example, you go to your job, right? You go to your job and they tell you, listen, you know what's been going on. We short staff, or everything going on. Everything had to shut down. We're barely making it. So if you want to be here, we're going to have to reduce your wages. Or we might have to increase your hours. Or we might have to add more responsibility on whatever it is that you had to do as far as job performance at the same salary rate. And what are you going to say if that's your only means? What are you going to say? You could say, no, I don't want this anymore. But you're not leaving yourself with, at a competitive advantage in a sense if you don't do anything else, because there are many people who are jobless who would gladly take that chance, take your position. Because we've put ourselves in a position where, in a situation where we have to depend on these jobs. We have to depend on other entities instead of ourselves to help us remain afloat. It's a messed up situation, man. It's a messed up situation. It's a real situation, or it's reality. It's what's going on right now. And if you turn on YouTube, you're going to hear a lot of talk about, if you turn on YouTube and you're going to hear a lot of stuff about, what's going on with the financial world and everything, but you're going to see a lot of attention is turning into crypto. A lot of attention is turning into crypto as we speak right now, and that's for a reason, people. The transference of wealth occurs from the impatient to the patient. Follow where the smart money is moving. Get the information. Educate yourselves to see where this is going, so that you don't miss out, and you can land on the other side. You can land on your feet when you're on the other side, because there's something that's coming that's going to just cause a huge change. The Great Reset is real. Like, it's real. These are the talks. It's not even something that's being discussed in clandestine circles. No, they're putting it out there. They're telling the world. Entities and conferences, World Economic Forum, IMF, Bilderberg, Council of Foreign Relations, Trilateral Commission, they're all understanding the necessity of how things need to change monetarily. The monetary financial legacy system of old needs to be reset. The Great Reset is coming. The Great Reset is coming, which will, I fear, cause a greater gap between the haves and the have-nots. So at the end, which will you want to be? What side will you want to be on? And cryptocurrency can equalize those odds for you. Period. Not financial advice, never is. It's about information. It's about uplifting one another, like I always say. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. Keep it real and keep it true to yourself. A $1,200 stimulus check can do but only so much. $1,200 stimulus check. I mean, man, like, you got to understand, if you have X amount of coins or X amount of dollars, let's just keep it simple, X amount of dollars, and then you see that there's an entity that keeps printing and keeps printing to infinity those same dollars, what do you think is going to happen to those dollars that you hold? The value gets watered down. The value loses its value over a period of time. So whatever today that you were able to buy with those dollars that you have today, in a month, 2 months from now, it'll cost you more to buy whatever it is that you were able to buy today. In 2 months, it'll cost you more because they just keep printing more money and inflation keeps going up. So the little money you might keep in your little mattress or in your little mason jar or under some type of step in your house or under the floor, wherever you keep your bread, even in a bank, it's losing its value. It's losing its value. Countries like Venezuela that experience 1,000,000% hyperinflation. Come on, man. Come on, man. What's ideal to me, what's ideal is to be able to just live a natural life. Live a natural life without being affected by the constraints and confines of these systems that are out here that are adversely affecting our mental well-being, our physical well-being, our spiritual well-being, that takes away from what really matters. Because you wake up wondering how you're going to pay for food. You wake up wondering how you're going to pay to keep a roof over your head. You wake up wondering how to even keep a home because you haven't been able to make payments. A car, selling items just to eat, selling items just to pay rent, selling items just to keep gas on, selling your body just to be able to pay for your phone bill. Is this remaining ignorant hurts. Remaining ignorant keeps you at a disadvantage. Remaining ignorant and indifferent is destructive. Period.